103. His name is Michael Azer, and he's had metastatic bone cancer for the past 5 years. It's completely metastasized all over his body. He's lost control of his bowel movements. He can no longer stand up. His spinal cord has lost function, the bones in his spinal cord. He's in excruciating pain 24 hours a day, screams at night and wakes up still in pain, wants IV doses of morphine just to subside his pain. And he's pretty much, you know, at this point very unfunctional and can't live his life. He only has a daughter that is his caregiver, and he doesn't want to burden her on top of any other burdens that she already has. And I feel like as a patient's personal autonomy and doing non-malfeasance to a patient, not having no harm involved, I feel like as caregivers and as professionals, we should help this patient out and, you know, give him euthanasia if he needs it.
Now, Dr. Brock, what was your issue with filling this medication that Dr. Behe prescribed?
Well, first of all, when I got the order for the medication, I felt like I'm not going to fill it because it's a lethal dose. But now I understand the situation of the patient and where you're coming from which perspective. And I respect all of your values and, you know, views of the whole situation. So whatever we decide, you know, we can go ahead and go with that. But if we decide to give this dose to the patient, I don't want to be a part of it because of my ethical and moral values. Because when I became a pharmacist, I signed, you know, I gave an oath. And I have to stick by the books, and I just want to keep my license. So, you know.
Dr. Bacon, I understand Dr. Brock's position, and she has the right to say no if she wants to, or has the right to disapprove of filling this prescription. You, as a staff pharmacist, do you see this as an issue? And if it came down to it, would you be able to fill this medication as well?
Well, I do believe with both of my colleagues, the patient does have rights. As Dr. Behe mentioned, we should do everything that we can to alleviate the pain that the patient is experiencing. However, I do believe in pro-life, and as long as it's within the rules of this hospital and the laws of this state, I will administer the medication to the patient.
Okay, well, I've listened to everybody's position and views. As the administrator of this hospital, I want to take every precaution that's necessary to ensure that we don't put the hospital in jeopardy, and that you guys as physicians and pharmacists are not putting yourself in jeopardy. I've decided that we should come here again tomorrow at 8 o'clock, if that's okay with everybody else, and our attorney is going to be present, and we can discuss the legal options as to which we can take with this patient. So if that's it, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm the attorney here at Florida Hospital.
Well, thank you for coming out today. First, I want to start by introducing everybody. This is Dr. Barak. She's our staff pharmacist. This is Dr. Behe. She's our oncologist. And this is Dr. Bacon. He's our pharmacy director. And we've called you out today because we have a legal issue going on with the patient. And if you could explain it to her, Dr. Behe, that would be great.
All right. We have a patient, Michael Azer. He's had metastatic bone cancer for the past 5 years. He's lost complete function of his bowel movements. His bones are crackling, can no longer move. And it's become an extreme burden on him because he's in excruciating pain all the time. Just like that people have the right to refuse medical treatment, and just like people have the right to abort, then how is this any different to end their life if it is their choice? Since we respect patient autonomy and we all agree on non-malfeasance as a code of ethics, then why is that any different?
Okay.
And in fact, also one more thing I'd like to add, the patient's family has agreed to sign a consent allowing him to go through the procedure, which is why I even addressed this. So I feel like I just wanted to know.
Now, Dr. Behe sent the medication over to Dr. Barak, and Dr. Barak, could you inform Ms. Allison about how
Absolutely. I felt like, you know, based on my code of ethics for the pharmacist, and when I gave the oath for pharmacy, I don't want to do any harm. And I understand everybody else's beliefs and values and their different perspectives and views. But I don't want to be a part of it if we have to go this way.
Okay, well, From what I get, basically what we're looking at is a mercy killing or a euthanasia procedure. And in the state of Florida, this is very unlawful. In no situation is it ever okay, or never will any hospital or doctor be covered in mercy killing. In the sense, I mean, you will be charged criminally. And even though you say the family is willing to sign a consent form, I can promise you, anytime money is of question, there's going to be a lawsuit. I don't care how many consent forms they sign. If you want to see or want to know, the statute just basically says nothing is to be construed to condone, authorize, or approve mercy killing or euthanasia, or to permit any affirmative or deliberate act or omission to end life other than to permit the natural process of dying. Which basically what this says is when you remove someone from life support or remove their feeding tube, they're still allowed the natural process of dying. However, when you infuse a lethal dose of medication into a patient, he's no longer dying from his bone cancer. He's dying from an overdose. And that overdose, you know, if you knowingly get that overdose, you are criminally responsible for that. So in no circumstance would I recommend you performing this procedure at all.
Well, based upon you guys' moral and ethical issues, and more importantly, the lawful issues, I've decided that the hospital is not going to go through with this. And if it's at all possible, Ms. Bissett, I would want to know if you would be able to accompany Dr. Behe to the hospice where the patient has been moved, and just inform him and his daughter, which is also his caregiver, on our position.
Certainly, I'll gladly do so.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm his daughter, Christine. Nice to meet you. This is Miss Allison Bassett. She's our attorney.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Before we discuss anything, I just want to make sure, Mr. Azer, that it's okay that we discuss all of your information with your daughter present.
I'm dying anyways, might as well.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Azer, I feel like I failed you. I am your physician.
Yes.
But I have to say that we're not going to be able to do the procedure.
I'm sorry?
We're not going to be able to do the procedure, Mr. Azer. Miss Allison Bassett is here to tell you the legal repercussions and why we can't do it. But I'm really sorry.
I'm in excruciating pain, doctor. You can't help me?
Mr. Azer, the reason why the hospital is not able to perform the procedure is that it is against the law in Florida to do an end-of-life procedure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care about the law. I'm in pain right now.
Well, and I can't imagine the amount of pain you're in, but as far as the law goes, the hospital cannot be liable for such a procedure being done, and I'm very sorry. Okay?
So you can't do anything for me?
As an attorney, sir, there's absolutely nothing I can do, but I do wish you the best, and I'm very sorry, like I said, but I wish you the best, and it was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Thank you. It's
Take
nice
care,
to meet you.
what I have left, okay.
Dad, I agree with your decision. I think it's the best decision.
No,
that the
honey, I
hospital
thought
made.
you would be on my side,
I am
out of
on
all
your side.
people.
Dad, I am on your side, but it's against the law, and they can
Honey,
lose their
who cares
licenses
about the
over
law and
this.
their license? I'm the one in pain. They're not in pain.
Dad, I know you're in pain. I understand you're in pain, and it's going to be over soon.
It will not if they don't
promise.
help me. We could call Dr. Kevorkian. He's already killed over 130 people. I'm sure he won't mind helping me, honey.
No.
He was released in 2006, honey. He will help me.
Dad, don't talk like that. Is that the way that you raised me
No,
up
it's
to
not.
be, Dad?
All right, fine. Let's go to Oregon then.
That's not
It's
what
okay in Oregon.
Dad, those are not our morals, our
Honey,
beliefs,
let's
or
go
our
to
values.
Oregon.
That's not how
They don't
even
care
our
about.
church
They
taught
will
us.
help me, okay?
Dad, no, don't talk like that.
Honey, in Oregon they don't mind. Who cares about Florida?
Dad, no. Listen, Dad. I found a great passage in the Bible that will help you.
But I'm in
this.
pain,
It'll
honey.
bring you peace,
It will
Dad.
not.
Please,
it's really
just
hard
read
right
this.
now.
Read this right there, and it'll help you bring peace about the situation.
Honey, I'm in pain though. I can't.
I understand, Dad, but this will really help you, I promise. This reflects everything that you've taught me, how I grew up, our morals, our values, our beliefs, everything, Dad. Just read it.
You know, honey, it really did bring some peace to my heart, and you may be right. I might just stick it out to the end. Now, I know what I was thinking. I'm wrong for thinking about that, but I will stick it out to the end. I will pull this pain through.
Thank you, Dad. I'd love to have you around as long as possible, Dad. Please, I do love you. Don't worry.